Okay, I've been reorganizing quite a few things. We got Johnny McLove over here is cranking out some stone swords. Figured those would be easy enough to make, and we weren't really carrying anything, so had some hilts down here, and he's making those swords. Hopefully we'll get this stone carver bench up, because that's what we need in order to make some statues. I think that'd be pretty cool. I thought it said that the carpenter... I meant to actually go look. Yeah, unless I'm totally just... my eyes are skimming right over it. I'm not seeing it. Said that they could do statues, but anyway, and same with this guy as well. But I'll take one more peek. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Sword, hammer, axe now. Well, that's fine. We'll get the stone carver up here, and basically he just needs a workbench, which I think that's what this is, just hanging out back there. So we should be able to get this made here pretty quick. Let's look. Yeah, it says 0 workbench. Oh, this is this guy's workbench. Let's take a peek in here. Yeah, we have a workbench queued, and he was just in here too. Just in here cranking out hilts and everything. So it's Nathan, and he took off running. I've been having a hard time corralling him to get work done in here. Nathan, what is your problem? So what I ended up doing down here too is I dug these holes, and then you can access them from this kind of pathway. Now a lot of the corpses disappeared on me, as I assume this one will eventually, but we do have Ben Jamin's corpse here, and so I basically just set up this stockpile area for corpses only. And that moved the goblins in here, but I pulled them out through the butcher. So anyway, and then up top, I simply covered it over with clay so that the grass doesn't grow. I did clay. And anyway, that's probably what we'll do here. Like I said, unfortunately, the other bodies disappeared out of here. They're gone. So anyway, but I'd like to get some kind of tombstone things going. We'll use statues for that if we can get them, and that'd be pretty cool. And otherwise we got the double doors in on this building here, and people running around. You can see they got swords in hand or dual wielding swords in some cases. Who is this dual wielding here? Tom is dual wielding. Excellent. So I could probably stand to make some more swords and stuff too, but that's okay. I think we'll just kind of leave it for now. Leave that for now. Let's go back down here into the mining operation, take another peek. So I could probably get some more of this going. Let's see, we're going to zoom out of here a bit. And I think we'll just kind of continue some more of this. These exploratory paths. Try to keep people busy. Or one person busy. Okay. We'll leave it at that for now. Okay, cool. Now, one of the things I'd like to start making as well is beds. The hospital rooms here got me thinking of that. They do need beds. And of course our sleeping quarters down here just have the straw. And the better beds you have, the shorter amount of sleep they need. So I really would like to get on that. Let's see, if we go in here... we can hit bed and we can see that it takes a frame and a mattress. So that's the other stuff. See, and this is kind of driving me crazy because Nathan's not working on the workbench. Where are you at, Nathan? I set the priority to 1 as well. Let's look here. Assign. So Nathan is currently on woodcutter. But if we go in here, woodcutter, he's got build and workshop here. So, man, see, if you do build is basically when you're building out of a workshop. I put the workshop up here just in case, although I don't think that this is related. I think this is for making workshops or something. It might be working at workshops though, that's why I put that there. I'm pretty sure that's what build was, so I'm a little confused about these two, but I did kind of put them front and center. So anyway, I'm kind of at a loss as to why he's not getting on this. He did come down here and he made the hilts really quick. He just kind of came in. I was like, cool. He's on it, and he made the hilts and then he took off. I was like, wait a second, what about the workbench? Let's go ahead and we'll check it again. It takes planks, and we do have the planks, so I don't know I don't know what he is doing. And whenever I look at him, he's kind of like, there's periods of time where he's idle too. He's currently sleeping, so that might be the problem, but this is him here. So he could just stare at Nathan while he sleeps and say, hurry up, wake up, we got things for you to do. Actually, I think you can go in. Can you just go in and like wake people up too? I thought there was a thing you could do. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. I think it's actually in Keeper RL. That's what I'm thinking. There's like a wake up button. You could say, get up. We need you now. There's a fight going on. You're sleeping through it. So anyway, hopefully he'll get up shortly, and it'd be nice if he'd just get up here and start cranking away on this, but I thought he would have already done that previously, and he's not. So I don't know. We may have to switch some things around and try to get somebody else on it. There he goes somewhere. See, he comes up here and he's idle. He's like, I'm just going to roam around up here. It's all good. Just hang out in the dining room. No, that is not what we want you to do. So let's go back in here to the woodcutter. And we'll just kind of switch those two real quick. I mean, I can't imagine this would matter. He's idle, so it should work your way down through everything. Even if it was the last thing on the list, you'd think he would go down there and make that. Yeah, he's still here. That didn't seem to change anything. Let's go back in here again. Woodcutter. So that didn't help. Mechanic. I mean, none of this other stuff is relevant. And if we come over here, he's got this selected, right? Carpentry. That's what we're trying to get him to do. Nothing else. I mean, I could turn off this other stuff. But I mean, it's not like he's trying to chop down trees anyway. So I don't know what's going on. I am confused. He's not doing what I want him to do, so I may need to switch somebody else over to woodcutter and see if that kind of gets them going. Let's see. Farming's probably not a huge thing right now. Of course, neither is building. Let's see. Let's get Tom in here. Let's see. It says he'd be idle as well. It's funny because, like I said, that this woodcutter the only job is to do that carpentry stuff. It shouldn't be idle. We have plenty of things to do. I mean, I could try and make a new one, new pro woodcutter. Let's see, carpenter, pro carpenter, sure. And I wish there was a select all, deselect all. Be nice. So I've got nothing selected here, nothing at all, and we're just going to do carpentry. And yeah, we're just going to do carpentry. That's fine. So we have this. When we come over to here again, I'm pretty sure it's build that matters. We'll put workshop up there as well. But again, they keep showing idle, so it really shouldn't matter. And then let's go ahead and we'll try this on Nathan first. Give them pro carpenter. Still says idle. Let's give this a second. See, he's still idle. We're going to pause this. First of all, let me look at this. Just an axe, which I think he put down because he changed his job. He's still idle. So I don't really know what's going on with that. I don't know if it's kind of a happiness thing. He's just not that happy or something, and so he's not wanting to do his job, but I can't get him to do anything. Maybe what we'll do is we'll come back down in here and just remove all of this. Try that. We'll let that go for a few seconds and then get back in here. Plenty of planks. We need 6 and we've got 8. Go ahead and craft it. So I don't know. We'll see. Let's scroll back up here. Man, he's still just roaming around up here. I don't know what the deal is. Now, part of me thinks he doesn't have, you know, maybe it's a tool thing. He doesn't have the right tool. I went through everybody and I didn't see any kind of tools that, you know, he might need. I could try making one and then see if he ends up picking that up. But he literally came over here and crafted some stuff and then took off. He's like not wanting to do the workbench for some reason. I have no idea. Anyway, he's really holding things up right now. Let's go in here. And let's see. What was I looking at? Who? Tom? Let's throw this on Tom. It says he's sleeping right now. So here's Tom. Wake up, Tom. Tom, get up. I need your help. Oh, I just realized there's 2 straw beds in here. Oh well. And there. I guess I wasn't seeing those. Living the life of luxury with dual beds. Okay, so if we could get Tom up. It's getting close to time, I think. Hopefully he can pick up where Nathan is just not wanting to do anything, and we could find something else, something more appealing for Nathan to do, something he actually wants to do. I probably should just run through anyway and look at everybody's skill sets and kind of switch things around as needed. I have been moving some people around, experimenting, so things are probably a bit out of whack at this point. But anyway, I don't know. So much to do, and this is really kind of throwing me off. I also need to get the training grounds in here. That's something I really need to get going. Okay, so he went off somewhere. Let's see. Let's go to population. And what is Tom? Tom is idle. Oh man, see, now it's the 2 of them. Well, I guess there's 3 in here. You guys are killing me. Absolutely killing me. So anyway, I guess I'm gonna have to play with that for a bit more and try and get that resolved. See if I can get these guys doing what they need to be doing. Okay, I'm thinking I might have figured out Nathan's problem. So while I did have enough planks, and if I go in here into my workbench, it says any plank, and I definitely have enough. Now, I thought that it could combine multiple different kinds, but it's usually not been a problem because I usually have a lot of one particular kind. Well, as it turns out, it was a kind of an even mix across the board, and so I'm thinking that they actually need to all be the same. I thought that in any, like I said, it would mix and match, but I'm thinking that that's probably not the case. I actually told him now to go make orange wood planks, 8 of them. So we're going to do that and see if that kind of resolves the problem. I imagine that that's probably the case. And like I said, it hasn't been a problem for me, usually because I have a lot of one type. You know, it's like all of one type of stone, or when it comes to wood, I have a lot of one type. So when I choose any, it's, you know, going to get made because I've got tons of just one type. But in this case, I had 8. It was like 3 of this kind, 3 of that kind, 2 of that kind. So I'm kind of thinking that might have been a problem. Now, having said that, we do see we got orange, all of this orange wood out here. So I should have more than enough. I'm seeing 5, 6, 7, 8. And if we come in here, okay, so I don't have it now. So we do this, and we say those specifically. There we go. Boom. Noted. Poor Nathan. Poor Nathan. Now, I know a number of you are saying, man, if you had set this up to automatically do it, probably get handled, right? I mean, maybe they would come over here and make the right planks. I don't know. In that situation, they might not. But again, I like the idea of learning this and having to manually put this stuff out myself. So I learn these kinds of things. So here you go. We can see we got the stone cutter now set up. Stone carver, rather. Very cool. So we have a statue and a statuette. So let's see. Oh, there's also a pillar. Interesting. And a pet rock. Okay, so it does take a good number of blocks. Right now, we're going to do 1. We'll do 1 for now, and let's go up. And I'm going to put these kind of at the head of these little graveyards. Now, again, all the corpses disappeared on me. In fact, this one disappeared as well. So I think what we'll do is we're just going to pretend that they're in there. We're going to designate all of these as for each person, because we can go into here to population deceased. So we're going to make tombstones or statues and holes, essentially, for all of these guys here. And that's going to take up a good chunk of these, 6 of the 10 that we have. But we've got some room to do more once things get cleaned up here a bit. So that's cool. Terrain, floor, soil, but we're going clay. Here. Oh, and we got to save game. So what did I say? We had 6 of these or so. Like that. Let's see. Population. Deceased. So we do have 6. Alrighty, so we'll go ahead and do that. And if that's the case, I can probably just go ahead and remove this designation because you can see that they don't really stay there anyway. They eventually disappear. It'd be cool if they disappeared into like a skull or something, or a skull and some bones. That'd be kind of cool and stayed that way. But I guess I can still leave the designation here, and that's fine. Ooh, look at this. We have 2 nomads have just arrived. So we're going to get to that shortly because I'm going to have to get some names for them. We're going to have to figure out some names. But let me jump back over here real quick. And let's see. I suppose I'm not going to queue up too many of those statues just yet. There's one. Very cool. Let me go in here. And we'll do a statuette. Wait a second. 6, 4, and 1. Okay, so the statuette is a smaller one. I suppose let's go ahead and make one of those. I want to see what they look like. And then we may do like a statue for the whole cemetery, but then use statuettes as like tombstones. We'll see what they look like. But in the meantime, let me go figure out some names. I think I've run through the list so far, so I just need to go grab a couple more for those new nomads, and we will be right back. Okay, great. I've got a couple names here. Went back in and looked, so let's get this underway. Assign. We've got 2 new nomads. So the first one we're going with is Philip Raven. Yes. So if you're watching, there you go. You are now part of the movement. And then to replace Torque, we've got Johnny M's. This is his Starbound character's name, I am told. So there we go. Let's go into here, double check, make sure everything's cool. Indeed. Looks like we are good to go. Okay, so we got Johnny M's, Philip Raven in there. Not designated. Let's go ahead and do that now. So looks like wood cutting here. Let's do that. Wood cutter. And also for Johnny. In fact, Johnny is better at that. Let's go ahead and have Johnny do that. Woodcutter. And let's see. Maybe some stonework, carpentry. I could throw the pro carpenter thing on there I was trying before. Let's see. Machining. And of course, we could just give you something else and let you start skilling up there. We do have plenty of people doing the rest of this stuff already. Let's see. Blacksmith. Let's do that for now. We've got a couple stonemasons in there. Cool. We'll get this timer started. Get back up here. So here they come, charging in, ready to get to work. Excellent. Now, do we have that statuette? I think we do. It's a little hard to see. I think they're sharing the same block. It's kind of right in front of it there. So anyway, let's go ahead and get that kind of built out here. Let's see. We're going to build furniture. And I assume. Let's see. Am I missing it here? I wonder if, interesting. So we have statue, there we go. Any statue? Huh. So what about the, maybe the smaller one's not done yet? I guess I could hit up the queue, let's see. No, it's done, it's on there, but it's just telling me there's one statue. Okay, interesting. Let's look at this again. How about we look again? So we have a statue here. Let me kind of browse slowly, because I do tend to miss things. Is there no statuette? No? A pole? No? Any statue or a serpentine statue? Do I not get to decide between the sizes? That's kind of weird. That's not what I wanted at all. Alrighty, I might have to look at that a bit. I want to kind of figure that out. I don't want to just be kind of randomly mixed over here. So what I thought I would do is I would designate like a grove around it, some trees or something might be kind of cool. I'm not sure. Not entirely sure. It is something we can do. It's a thing we can do. Got all kinds of seeds up there. I'm thinking about doing another strawberry farm. The idea was I was going to do some farms up in here, but there really wasn't like a lot of space. Once I started thinking of this cemetery, I was like, well, that pretty much covers that. We do have the roof on our building here, which is cool. It's definitely good. I could probably take that scaffolding down. Let's see, I could also do some stairs up in there and start doing a second floor. It's entirely possible. And you might be able to do like a dirt floor. That could be interesting. And then do some farm on top. I think that's a thing you can do. So anyway, that might become a thing if we really kind of get built up in here a bit. But I think so far it's not been a bad thing having this down here. We could also do, if we got a lot of wood, we could do a bunch of fence around this area. Speaking of wood, we're already full in our guy here. Let's see. Let's go ahead and do a few more crates. That way we'll start bringing this wood down. Bring it down into the stockpiles. So now that we have the kind of worker situation figured out here, I do want to start getting into the beds. So let's look at that. Bed takes a frame and a mattress. Mattresses are made by the tailor, and they need a bunch of string and bolts and all that stuff. So let's go ahead and we're going to craft some string. Let's see, one more time, back at the mattress. So we just need one per mattress, and I think we want to replace the sleeping quarters first, because that gets used every night versus the hospital, which has yet to be used. So we're talking 10 beds or so. I think we'll go ahead and do that. I'm going to remove the bandages real quick. Cancel that. String. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll go 11. And then we'll throw the bandage back in. Actually, by the time the string's done, I'll be ready to make the mattress. I may need some cloth for that too. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so that's going to keep them busy for a while. They're going to crank through making some bolts over here as well. I could increase this amount. That's fine. Increase it by 2, and actually it's probably the same person. He's like, you can increase it all you want. Doesn't mean I'm going to make any more. Okay, cool. So anyway, they're going to get that stuff going. Let's see. I could designate an area for mattresses in the meantime so I don't fill this up. But it might not be a problem. We're gonna make bolts of cloth and then remove them as we use them, so maybe not a big deal. Plus he has space there in his work area, so I think I just talked myself out of it. Cool. Okay, let's see. Let's go down here again. So I want to zoom in on this. Yeah, see, that does seem like a small statuette there. I just don't know how to designate that. I think what we'll do is we're just going to put it, and then I can like break it down, I suppose, if I'm not into it. Let's see. We do have a middle one. Let me think about that, because I'm all about being symmetrical. Let's see. So if we do, furniture, statue. One more time, I'm going to look over the list. Okay. And we do this statue. Now, I'm going to kind of rotate it, and I'm going to put it at the head of this guy. And it looks like it is the big one. That's interesting. I guess I could see on mouse over that it was going to be the big one. Okay, let's go back down. So there's the small one. So I guess the question is, how do you place a small one? That I don't know. Oh, you know what? I bet you use the statuette to make some kind of room. It's probably like one of the materials you need. That's probably what that's about. Alrighty. I'm going to guess that's the case. So we're going to make some more of these. Let's see. That would be 6 for our 6 deceased gnomes. Let's see. We'll click this guy, the statue. Oh, that's unfortunate. I thought maybe we could give it a name like you can give stockpiles a name, but apparently not. Okay. I was like, we could designate an area and then name it, but I don't know that there's really much point in that. I think we'll just do this one for each deceased. I think that'll be alright. And by the way, popping these holes in here when it rained, and we have a lizard chilling out here. Haha, my wall is up, too bad. But yeah, it ended up filling, this hole ended up filling with water as well as, oh, water was coming down into these, but it wasn't really doing anything. In fact, you can see it makes the dirt kind of darker in this area where it's open to water, but it doesn't fill in. But I didn't get a chance to go dig it out and see if it would spread or anything, and it eventually disappeared after it stopped raining. So it seems like a very temporary kind of thing. So I'm not sure if that's going to be like a viable source of water for a well or anything, unfortunately. So let's go ahead and statue. We've got 3 made, but we can still just go ahead and designate these, all of them. So they'll put them out here when they're done. Very cool. In honor of the fallen. So we will go through and look at all that when that's done. We'll come back to it. Again, I'm still seeing a lot of wood spread out here. Let's kind of drop back in here. We did get 1 crate done. But they're not cranking on the next one. Let's see. This might be why. I think I did take it out. Let's go ahead and craft 2. Cool. Okay, we're getting this stuff going. We got a lot of mattresses going, so this is another thing we can go queue up as well. Some of these beds, right? Any 4-poster frame. So we will need a lot of these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wait a second. Any bed frame. I don't need the 4-poster. I think that's like a really elaborate, nice one. I just want the bed, so I just need a bed frame. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then the bed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Cool. He's going to be very busy for a while. But once we get those going, we can go down there and replace all the straw beds in here, and they'll get much better sleep, so they'll work longer, which is going to be excellent. Let's see. Deconstruct. We're going to go ahead and we want to deconstruct all of the straw beds, but I have some duplicates, so the duplicates I can definitely get rid of for now. So get those out of the way. Oh, everybody's busy running around. We got a couple idols here, but not too big a deal. Look at those statues. Looking very cool. Let's see. We're going to cancel the job here. The job was cleaning up some stuff. I don't know why they weren't... Oh, you know what? I don't have an area designated for those clippings. You can see them laying around. I suppose that's something I could do if I want this to be cleaned up a bit. I don't really want them. I don't really need them, I don't think. I could put them along the back or something just for now. There is a spot down here not being used. We'll just go ahead and do this. We'll use this area for now. And if we need to change that for something, that's fine. We'll do it. We'll do it later. Plant. Clippings. Do it. 4. Okay. So eventually somebody will clean that stuff up. It'd be nice if you can get rid of these rocks too. I don't think that's a thing, but it might be. It could be.